T20 World Cup fever. On the other hand, we have had one of the most sobering days when you have to look at Indian sport, and it comes from hockey. The sport that we truly treasure, and one hopes that we can get it to once again revive in the country after two Olympic medals. But today, when you look at February 11th, February 12th, it is one of the darkest days in the history of Indian hockey because today in the FIH Pro League encounter in Rourkela, India have been hammered 8-0. Yes, 8-0 by Argentina in the FIH Pro League encounter at Rourkela. Now, it's not often, yes, Indian hockey has undergone a very turbulent time, and it is not often that we get hammered by those margins. Yes, an 8-0 margin you can think of, or a 7-0 margin. The Kookaburras, the Australian hockey team, do it on a regular basis against India. Never ever have we seen any other side apart from Australia dominate us so thoroughly in hockey. But today was a wake up call that showed that all the hard work that you did in Tokyo, in Paris, it's all come to nil because in this very important year for Indian hockey, you have suffered the ultimate humiliation and catastrophe in Rourkela. 0-8. Led by Thomas Demene. You look at his particular thing. Demene scored in the 15th, 20th, 26th, and in the last minute of the match. And then Thomas Ruiz, Lucio Mendes, Ignacio Ibarra, and Nicolas de la Torre. Everybody scored in bunches, and that is why this 8-0 scoreline has dented India's confidence already in the FIH Pro League. I mean, look at it. You had lost 1-3 to Belgium in the first game, but then that time the excuse given was, yes, you are playing after a couple of months, whereas Belgium were already in their 6th game in the FIH Pro League. But on the other hand, what is the excuse for this humiliation in Rourkela? Because 0-8, India tried. At least in the Belgium game, they created chances. Here, it was complete domination by Argentina. In the first two halves itself, they had gone up 7-0. Only the humiliation was spared when 8-0 happened in the last minute. And that is why when you look at what has happened, everything will be swept under the carpet because India's sports fans will not be looking at this hockey tournament much. But why this result matters? Because in 6 months' time, in August and in September, you've got two important hockey events in the world. One is the Hockey World Cup, where India is aiming to end a 51-year jinx. You've not won the Hockey World Cup for 51 years. How will you get the confidence from this? Second, you have the Asian Games in Aichi, Nagoya. Will Indian hockey recover from this? Plus, your chances of now doing well in the FIH Pro League also have gone for a toss. Because this is the India leg. You'll be playing a couple of games in India. After that, you will be playing in Europe, where all your other traditional rivals are going to hammer you. Belgium is doing it in India. You will have to face Netherlands in the FIH Pro League also. How on earth are you going to recover from this? That is the one thing that Harmanpreet Singh and Craig Fulton will have to look at this point. This is a serious wake-up call now. You can't live by the past glory of what happened in 2021 and in 2024. But does the Indian audience and the Indian fan base care? At this point in time, they are all concerned. Can you play Pakistan in the T20 World Cup? At this stage, that is the only thing which matters for them. But India hockey, 0-8, no problem. It's been in the doldrums. It will continue to be in the doldrums. That's how it is. But this loss should wake you up and shrug you out of your complacency, because not often do we get hammered 0-8. Yes, if you're playing Australia, you could very well understand, okay, because Australia have held the wood over us for nearly 4 decades. But this is a serious wake-up call indeed. And now India face an uphill task in this FIH Pro League, because if you are looking at this, I'll just tell you the schedule for India at this point, what is going to happen, because let's just look at it. If I do by men and if I do by India, this is your schedule that is going to come. Now you're going to face Belgium on Saturday. Then you'll again face Argentina. You have a bit of a leeway when you face Spain in Hobart, but you're also facing Australia. And remember, whenever you face Australia, you are in big trouble. So, Australia you'll be facing in Hobart, and then in June, you're taking on Netherlands and Germany. Good luck in trying to ensure you finish in the top three of the FIH Pro League, because now forget winning. If you finish in the top three in this edition of the FIH Pro League, it'll be a miracle for Indian hockey. So, yes, a 0-8 loss that has happened for India, it's not looking good. And frankly, Craig Fulton and the Indian hockey team really have to wake up from this. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.